Natural resources, such as wood, can be converted into renewable energy using older time-proven technologies or emerging new generation technologies. Burning biomass as a fuel is not a new idea, but today it has the potential to become a renewable fuel source in parts of Michigan where cities like Escanaba are pursuing it as part of their energy futures. Here, people are talking about this opportunity and what it will mean for their farms, forests, economies, and communities. Some say biomass holds the key to a sustainable future.
Forestry and logging has been a part of Michigan for centuries.
It is sustainable. We don't survive, our base industries, be it the pulp mills or the logging or the sawmills, do not survive if we don't have healthy forests.
Logging residue that's left out in the woods, there's a substantial amount that can be utilized.
It's a renewable energy source, presumably would be carbon neutral.
While some are saying that biomass can revolutionize both agriculture and energy sectors, others see biomass production and conversion as a misguided path that results in harm to farms and forests and loss of community autonomy.
I think some people maybe have the misconception that biomass will be the solution to all of our energy problems.
Our concern is that the push that's occurring is without a real consideration of the potential impacts.
There's just not enough biomass to meet current energy demand.
There's only a few people that are producing the product at this point, and the market's not there to support all of them at their highest production levels.
If the country moves towards the green energy aspect, it's going to cost more.
Woody biomass in general is anything delivered from a tree.
Material derived from a living thing.
Wood waste, mostly sawmill waste, logging waste.
It could be anything from a crop to a wood.
Woody biomass can come from many sources, such as standing trees of little economic value, dead trees, as well as slash, or leftover treetops and branches from timber harvesting operations. If managed sustainably, foresters, loggers, and farmers in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan feel that forest health can be maintained despite the new biomass market. But biomass could also be grown agriculturally. Ray Miller, the director of the Michigan State University Forest Biomass Innovation Center, has been researching the potential of willow trees for biomass use. These short-rotation woody crops grow 30 feet in 3 years and regenerate out of their own stems.
This means for Michigan is jobs and income in the rural parts of the state.
To me, Michigan is a biomass state. We're agricultural timber.
That's one of the benefits I see of biomass. It's a local type of economic activity.
We know what we're doing. When the people say bring in a biomass, we have the infrastructure in place.
We're growing it ourselves, producing it ourselves.
All of the jobs and all of the benefits stay in the rural economy.
These competing visions of biomass for Michigan suggest that the conversation is not settled, but that it is open to interpretation. Some fear the production process will strip the landscape of the forests, which are so important to our economies and community recreation. Others are working diligently to ensure against the possibility of overproduction.
We're all alike in that we have a very high respect for the resource, and we feel that it needs to be treated and managed with that respect.
There's concerns in terms of utilization of biomass from the woods, in terms of sustainability.
Are you reinvesting the nutrients that are being removed and burned in the soil?
Well, a lot of people, when you refer to something as biomass, they automatically assume that you're going to go through, flatten this area out, and they're going to have a stump farm.
We've worked for the last several years to write some woody biomass harvesting guidelines. So we've got some good ecological footing to work from in terms of not overutilizing the amount of biomass on a given site.
The logging that they had back at the turn of the century, which left a tremendous footprint. Where's that footprint today? It largely doesn't exist because the earth does have a way of healing itself.
To many, the significance of using biomass extends beyond the environment to the business market on the local and national level. Issues like jobs and subsidies arise, raising questions such as, will biomass create local jobs? If yes, how many jobs? Who will benefit from them? Should government support be a part of biomass development?
Some of these loggers have been in this business for many years. Others are willing to get into that, but it's a tremendous financial risk for them.
Just for the biomass end of it here, you're looking at easily $1 million.
The key is that the market has to be there for them.
Part of the problem is the other parts of our industry, the pulp mills, are not supporting this because they're afraid of competition.
I really would rather not take a stimulus program when there's already more than enough in this program to sustain what we're trying to do. They simply have to pay what this stuff is worth.
Instead of subsidizing something based on an assumption that it's a good idea, we actually ought to know whether it's a good idea.
If they keep the government subsidies out of the biomass program, keep that out and just have fair competition, I think there's enough material for everybody to go around. There's definitely enough growing here.
The city of Escanaba is in the process of selling their coal plant to a private developer, who would then convert the plant to burn biomass and sell the electricity to consumers. Local residents are asking tough yet key questions. How will this impact their energy rates, their labor market, and their diverse amenities of their forests?
This is an opportunity that we in the city have been looking forward to for a long time, something that we could do positively with our existing power plant. So having the opportunity to sell the power plant to a private entity to do the biomass development is something we're really anxiously looking forward to.
Public education, you have to make the public aware of it.
The implications of positive versus negative, and get input from these people, is maybe there's areas that they see that we don't see.
We really reached out to the community and educating them and challenging them to challenge us on our facts, figures, and details. And I think our credibility in the community went a long way.
Escanaba has taken a bold step, and their experience has demonstrated that much is unknown about the role biomass might play in the future of Michigan communities. Questions linger about such important decisions. Can biomass be a part of a sustainable future for Michigan communities? What would a sustainable biomass system look like? We can't leave these important decisions to political leaders or experts, because the answers will affect our daily lives. We all have to join in the conversation, consider our options, and weigh the trade-offs.